My lumber storage system leaves a lot to be desired. I think we're going to do something about that this weekend. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Weekend Woodshop. My name is Rick, and this weekend what we are going to do is we are going to sort out lumber storage. And I've just kind of been hodgepodging everything together as best as I can to try and create a usable space here in the garage. And as you can tell, I don't have any place to store anything. My lumber storage is actually underneath of my workbench, which works in some ways, but others not so much. Being able to get the full length boards in and out with the table saw on one end and a wall really close on the other, that makes it kind of complicated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. We got this off of Amazon, and I was thinking about making a lumber storage rack, right? This is a DIY channel, you know, do-it-yourself, low-cost type stuff. And I got to comparing prices. I got to comparing the prices for lumber to build the lumber storage rack that I'm going to put on this wall right behind us, and the do-it-yourself kit that I got off of Amazon. I'll put a link for this in the description below. But this rack is going to give me 4 racks across the wall, and I'll be able to store multiple pieces of lumber back there and hopefully clean up some of this. So let's get to it. So now that all of the brackets are on the wall, what I did was I put 3 of them sort of close together so that I could get some shorter spacing for some of the shorter pieces of wood that I have. And then also I've got one out here at a farther distance so that we can compensate for the longer pieces of lumber that we have. But now it's time to put the brackets on, and this is a pretty straightforward little setup. You just take this and line up the bolt hole with the bolt. Slide it on in, and Bob's your uncle. We're going to ratchet and tighten those up, but let's go ahead and put these all in. Well, there it is. Not much to look at, but it gets all of that out from under the workbench, which the workbench is going to be one of the next projects that I'm going to work on, because as I have mentioned in a couple of different posts in a couple of different places, my workbench is too big for the shop. It needs to be scaled down a little bit, so we're going to come up with a better design, be able to do a little bit more with it, and make it fit as an outfeed table for the table saw. But We got a nice place for all of our full-length stock and most of our shorter stuff. I think I am going to have to come up with a better solution for shorter cutoffs. I've still got a stack of them here, and I've got a few over here on the workbench as well. But all in all, I'm satisfied with this storage as it is currently. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but didn't really follow through on my thought, there's a difference between DIY and BIY, do it yourself versus build it yourself. I had plans to do a French cleat wall system back here and use the French cleats to store some tools as well as lumber storage and all of that. But with the price of lumber these days, that really wasn't financially feasible for me. This is a good solution for my wood storage for now. Later on, when prices start to come down a little bit, maybe we can revisit this. We can still use this, maybe move it to another place. I've got a shed outside that I could probably hang these in and get some of the more bulk storage out of my wood shop, but that's another day and another project. So this fits the bill for right now. I didn't build it myself, but I did it myself. And I did it with the thanks to Amazon. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any future content here on the channel. If you like what we're doing here and you want to help to support us, then there is patreon.com/theweekendwoodshop. The link for that will be down in the doobly-doo down below. Consider becoming a Patreon over there, where you can get early access to videos, SketchUp files that we use for designing all of our projects, and access to me directly. Plus, you get a warm, fuzzy feeling knowing that you're helping out with what we're trying to do here at the Weekend Woodshop. But that's all the time I got for today. That's all we got time for this build. Hopefully you enjoyed. Get out in the shop, make something, and have a great weekend. We'll see you later, everybody. Bye-bye.